Hello folks, this is Naeem Aslam, Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade, and welcome to our daily fundamental video analysis. What a quarter we had. The US markets, all the three major indices, the Nasdaq, the S&P and the Dow Jones, posted some serious gains for the quarter. How serious were they? Well, let's put things in perspective. As you can see in the chart, the S&P 500 index recorded the best quarter since 1998. And it was the same, there was an echo of the same message for the Dow Jones index as well. But it is all about who got the award and who actually won the percentage gain for the quarter. Of course, there's no doubt, because it was your Nasdaq index which recorded the highest quarterly percentage among the other two indices, meaning S&P and the Dow Jones index. But the question for investors is, where do we go from here onwards? Are we going to see this momentum continue? Are we going to see this V-shaped recovery that we have seen in the equity market continue in this sort of a momentum? Well, I think everything hinges on two major factors. Firstly, it is the coronavirus. As the chief scientist to the US, Anthony Fauci, said that he is expecting the COVID-19 cases to even more increase in the coming months. So he's expecting that number to go well over 100,000. But folks, all what it matters is that what is the hospitalization rate? What is the death rate? Those two factors are more critical than anything else. Yes, people do get sick with coronavirus, but then of course there's a recovery rate which isn't really mentioned in the media, and investors have started to pay attention to this particular factor. And secondly, of course, how the reopening of the global economy is going to be influenced by local shutdowns. I think these two critical factors are very much going to have an influence on the performance for these indices going forward, especially for Q3. The things may look slightly better when we move on to quarter 4. Why? Because obviously we will have a lot of experience with respect to how to deal with the situation. But do not be too much optimistic. The reason for that is, going into fourth quarter, we also gonna have that flu season, and then that may actually trigger a much larger shutdowns and the actual second wave that we always talked about since the first coronavirus wave. Now, moving away from the equity markets and going into the commodity space, of course, the performance of gold is something that we really wanted to talk about. Why? Because we have 7 quarters back-to-back gains for the gold precious metal. It has recorded 7 quarters of consecutive gains. Now, we haven't seen this sort of a trend going back all the way since the financial crisis, because it was only then that we've seen this sort of a momentum. Now, of course, and again, the question is, where do we go next? If you wanted to learn more, go to our website and then read the analysis, because I'm about to put this big report on gold and then where it is going to move forward from here after recording 7 consecutive quarterly gains. Now, as for oil prices, yes, there has been a phenomenal quarterly gain, and of course we know why that happened, because the prices were pretty much negative. They went in negative territory, but now I think it is very much a story of that consolidation and supply and demand, and then these two factors are likely to influence the prices. I'm not too optimistic about the prices to continue their journey towards anywhere near 60 or 55 mark. But I think it is more of a consolidation from here onwards as we go into Q3. That's all for today. See you guys tomorrow.